Hello, Awesome Soul here, and I'm joined by...
The lovely Heart.
And we are here to do something that pretty much everyone has talked about already, but we figured we'd give our 2 cents on the matter, and, actually put something up on this channel, which hasn't happened in quite a while. You did actually subscribe to this channel, by the way. I know, you probably forgot about it. But yes, we are here to talk about the leak that you probably have already seen. Part rumor, part leak. There's only one part of it that's been confirmed so far, as we're recording this. And that would be the new Switch games. We know what they're going to be called. And you don't know what Okay, well... Let's see. Can you remember
Pokemon Go Pikachu and Pokemon Go Eevee.
Pokemon Go to the polls. Yes, we are here to talk about the new games that are coming to Switch. We actually know the names now, and that is confirmed by the fact that the same company that registered the website for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and regular Sun and Moon, they registered the domains for... This is what I have to put up with. They registered the domains for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. And the interesting part of this is, we go over here to the handy-dandy website here, very professional. There was actually a leak posted on April 1st, and yeah, we know, April 1st, but it was, at least a few people are kind of thinking this was sort of a way to disguise an actual rumor, like actual true facts, as just some April Fool's Day prank, because in this leak, or rumor at this point, none of it's confirmed except for the fact that we know the names. It is Let's Go. That's how they start out the leak. They just say, Let's Go. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd say that's pretty solid.
I guess so.
You guess so. Okay. So, as we said before, we want to make sure everything in this rumor is not true except for the names. We know the names of the games, but that's it.
This is stuff we're hoping might be true. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just discussing.
Yeah. Yes. So, starting out, it is a yellow remake for Switch, according to this rumor. Yes. Although it's not exactly a remake. As we go on, it says there's going to be 2 versions, a Pikachu version and an Eevee version. Eevee is obviously superior than Pikachu, so no question there. Don't even know why they're making a Pikachu version, honestly.
I like both. Okay.
Okay. All right. So.
But you're right.
Yes. Red and Blue play a role in the story as your rival. For those who only are really familiar with the anime, just think of them as Ash and Gary, basically. Except they're the game version, so they're slightly different. You know, Red is basically a competent version of Ash, and Blue is a less asshole-ish version of Gary.
What the heck? Watch your language.
Watch your language. This is a Christian channel.
Yes. Yes.
Gosh.
Yes!
We have fun sometimes. Anyways, what do you think about those 3 points we just touched on?
Yellow remake for the Switch. I think that's a great idea. As Soul and I were talking off screen, we were talking about how I think it would be really cool if it was kind of like an open world version of the Kanto region.
She's a Pokemon fan.
Shut up.
She is, actually.
We're
both very much massive Pokemon fans, hence why we're making a video on a Pokemon channel. Yes.
Anyways, I think it would be really cool for it to be kind of like an open world, more, not like super realistic, but more realistic than like the handheld console games.
Like graphic-wise?
Graphic-wise, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of more like, not like super Final Fantasy kind of graphics, but like the in-between of those two.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool. But still following along the same kind of storyline where you're battling gyms and catching Pokemon and stuff like that. I think it'd be very interesting.
Yeah. Though I do think it's going to be mixed up a little bit. One reason I think that is because, well, obviously Red and Blue play a role in the story and you're a new trainer. So obviously you're not playing as Red this time around. So that would mean it takes place many years later, maybe 10 or 20 years later, because we've seen Red and Blue in Alola. They're there at the battle tree. So assuming it's those exact models, the sort of older looking models, there is going to be a bit of a time skip. It's not going to be exactly yellow version. I assume what the rumor is saying, it's like, it's yellow version because we have Pikachu and Eevee following you. That's what my guess is.
I was gonna say, maybe the Kanto world will have more Pokemon, like more updated Pokemon rather than just straight yellow version.
Yeah, I would hope so, because, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. Gen 1 is great. It kicked off everything, but I mean, the designs are very basic, just because that's how they were, limited on a little handheld back in the past.
Yeah.
Yes. The other thing I did want to touch on, though, is I think it is going to be mixed up because we're going to be starting with an electric type and a normal type, presumably depending on which version you get. And if Brock is still the first trainer, you're screwed, because ground completely is immune to electric moves, and normal moves are not going to do a whole lot of damage to Rock. So if Rock was the first gym, you would be very, very, very out of luck.
We'll see, though.
Yes.
Because we don't know what kind of Pokemon we're going to be running into the beginning of the story. Who knows? You might catch, I don't know, something to defeat Brock. Maybe. Yeah, I guess, it could be a sort of a tutorial thing, being like, ha, your Pokemon suck. Get a new one. I don't know. Like a learning experience, sort of. Yeah. So, actually, going back to what you were talking about before, sort of like the graphics and all that jazz, we go back to this one. This is a leaked image that was shown off a little while back. Now it does make a little bit more sense because we have a trainer riding a Lapras with an Eevee on their head, and there's some Pokemon in the overworld, which is pretty cool actually. Kind of brings up the question, is there no longer going to be random encounters? But we'll get back to that. So a lot of people kind of dissed the graphics in this, but I mean, it's clearly taken with a potato webcam, so... Potato webcam.
Yeah, so it's really hard to tell how good it actually looks. I mean, the Lapras is clearly a different Lapras model than the surfing one we have in Alola, because it doesn't have the big backpack seat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is assuming this is real, though. We don't know if it is correct or not. Could be very much fake. We'll just have to wait and see. Though supposedly we won't have to wait a whole lot longer, just because supposedly it's going to be releasing soon, or we're going to be getting more information soon. And it's supposedly going to be releasing this year, which will be pretty cool, because I want more Pokemon in my life.
Yes, never enough.
Precisely. But yeah, on the topic of the surfing Lapras and the fact that it's missing the seat, HMs are still replaced with ride Pokemon from Alola. Now, are they talking about the concept of ride Pokemon that comes from Alola, or are we going to see the exact same Pokemon from Alola? So is Charizard still going to be the fly one? Is Machamp still going to be Shove? Are we going to get Lapras for Surf? It seems like we will. Yeah. Again, if that image is correct. But what do you think about all this? Let's give you something to do instead of poking me.
I would absolutely love them to still have ride Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely hate HMs because we're both playing through Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and
it's such a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's a real pain. Especially because you can't delete moves. You're like, oh, I want to get rid of this move. Oh, well, you got Rock Smash. You can't get rid of that. Sorry. I'm like, oh, thanks.
There's going to be an online hub for players.
Wow.
So like the Festival Plaza, you think?
I really hope it's better than the Festival Plaza, because the Festival Plaza is probably everyone's least favorite feature of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and regular Sun and Moon. Like, because you have to jump through all these hoops if you want to battle with someone. It's not just oh, here, press this button, cool, we can trade. We just
Well-
traded in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. We just like go to one tab, trade, there you go.
Well, the way it sounds like online hub for players, it sounds like almost like an MMO kind of
Yeah,
like room type thing where there's servers and stuff,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I really hope it is something like that. Like, I had an idea. I was gonna make a video on it, but obviously now it seems like it might actually be a real thing. So my original idea was, like, we would have a building or maybe a specific town / area that once you entered this town / building / area, it would connect to the internet and you would see, I don't know, maybe up to 50 other players all at once, and they would be walking around with their partner Pokemon just chilling, and you can go up to them and be like, hey, you want to battle? Or something like that. And then it would also prioritize your friends list, so you could be like, I have these 10 people, and say 3 of those people on my friends list are online. Those people on your friends list would always show up in the same instance of online players. So out of those 50 players, your friends would always show up together, or it would always try and match up. And if not, you could, like, invite people, basically.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
What do you think about the whole online player hub? Do you have any ideas of your own, or just want to...
Okay, so you know when you, let's say, play an MMORPG, it gives you the option to click on a player and whatnot.
Yeah?
So that way, then that's how you would do the trading or battling and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I mean, you just have to basically walk up and press A to someone,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's no mouse, but, you know, that's
Yeah.
the same idea.
Yeah.
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 So you want the entire game to be an MMO?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I want something like, it was like, almost like a Safari Zone type thing. You go into the building and then it gets you into another place.
Okay.
Kind of like, that would be really cool. A Safari Zone.
Maybe the Safari Zone is the online hub.
Yeah, right? Like, and you can catch Pokemon together and stuff like that. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Or like there's the Safari Zone main building, and that's like the hub kind of where you would have a large amount of players show up, and then you could be like, you go up to someone's like, hey, do you want to go into the Safari Zone? Yes or no? And you'd be like, yes, and they'll join your Safari party or something. You can have up to 4 people in your
Like a little
Safari party, and then you
MMORPG dungeon.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Although, I don't know, there's not a huge amount of point in going into the Safari Zone with multiple people. It's not like you're battling trainers, you're
But,
not like
like-
doing double battles, it's just like you'd be all catching Pokemon randomly.
I feel like though the way it would kind of be is like that would be the main hub, the Safari building, but then there's different servers you can go on, so like you're not crammed into the small area where there's tons of players and it's probably like super laggy.
Yeah, well no, it would be instance for sure.
Yeah.
Because like there's no way they're gonna have like
A
200
billion
people
people.
or a billion people in one thing. Yeah. There's gonna be different instances. Yeah. I'm guessing only up to 50, but I don't know. We'll see.
Next subject, Pokemon Go integration. What?
Actually, very interesting. It was found that Pokemon Go is actually a Met location, and that's currently in the data for Sun and Moon. Like, you know how it'll say, oh, met in so-and-so region. It can be like, this Pokemon was apparently met in Pokemon Go. So that's already in the game code. Sort of like they wanted to have it originally. And I think I've heard some people say that Junichi Masuda in interviews has said that he wants to implement Pokemon Go into the series a bit more, and he wanted to do that for Sun and Moon, but I guess it didn't quite pan out.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like I'm totally down for it because you and I are both pretty big
Avid Pokemon Go players.
Yeah. I mean, apparently that's a rare breed, like massive Pokemon fans who also play Pokemon Go. Apparently we don't exist. But, anyway, that's what some people seem to think anyway.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, what do you think about the possible Pokemon Go integration? How could it work? Or how would you think it would work?
Maybe you could, like, transfer your Pokemon into actual in-game Pokemon?
Yeah. Would it work both ways, though? That's kind of what I want to know. Like,
I don't think so.
yeah. I think it might only be from Go. Like, if they do a transfer thing, it would only be from Go to the Switch game. Because if you had all these super crazy powerful Pokemon, and you've got like all these Pokemon from Pokemon Bank, you were like, oh, this Pokemon is incredibly powerful in Pokemon Go. Let me just transfer it over to Pokemon Go and then completely dominate all the gyms in my local area. That would be really
and I
unfair.
feel like, because it's a lot easier to cheat and put Pokemon into your game, and then imagine taking those Pokemon and putting them in Pokemon Go.
Yeah, true.
Rather than cheating in Pokemon Go and putting it.
Yeah.
Because
you can't, like, the only way to cheat in Pokemon Go is, like, via spoofing.
Yeah.
You can't actually gen in Pokemon, because it's all server side, which Pokemon on the Switch is not. I don't know. It might not even be trading, though. Like, it could be something else. What do you think?
I mean, there could be other things where it's like prizes and stuff. Like you walk so many kilometers and you get like a daily prize type thing, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. One of the things that I actually thought of, so I guess kind of skipping forward slightly, there is a new accessory that can be used with both Go and the other games. So when I thought of this, and like, the fact that you can walk with your buddy in Pokemon Go, I was thinking it's probably going to be something like the Pokewalker from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like you transfer a Pokemon into Pokemon Go and you can walk with it, or you can walk with it on this new accessory, because obviously Pokemon Go has to be open constantly if you want to get those kilometers. So maybe with this new accessory, you could transfer it to the accessory instead of Pokemon Go and sort of like build up happiness or levels, or maybe they'd find items. I think that was one of the features they could do in, I think it was like points you would get for walking certain kilometers you could spend in-game, like things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yes, it would be very lovely. Now, here's one that a lot of people are very unsure of, mainly because they don't elaborate a whole lot on it. But that is catching Pokemon works like in Pokemon Go. So, what exactly do they mean by this? We do not know currently, but what I'm really hoping it is we battle the Pokemon like normal, and then we go and throw the Pokeball by throwing the, twitching the Joy-Con, or actually using the touchscreen. Something like that. Because if it's just the capturing gameplay from Go, I'm gonna be very sad.
It's gonna be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. The other thing that people are worrying about is a very early rumor that was floating around, is that there was a, quote, simplified battle system, but we don't really have any confirmation of that rumor. Like, it's got no credibility as far as I'm aware. But still, people are kind of jumping to conclusions. And to be fair, I basically did the same thing. I was like, oh god, I'm scared. What does this mean? But yeah, I really hope that it's still like, the Pokemon game that we love and all that, is just they've integrated Pokemon Go to maybe bring over some of those people who would, got back into Pokemon because of Pokemon Go, but they don't really play the main series games all that much. But yeah, before we wrap things up, we kind of wanted to just touch on the fact that Project Eevee is a thing. So basically what they've done is, about a year ago, on November 2017 is when they started this. It was them revealing, or rather them coming up with a new Twitter account specifically for Eevee. And now they have a mascot costume set up for Eevee, like the same high quality one that the Pikachu mascot is. And they've actually had Eevee marching with Pikachu when they do like their little parades. So they're really trying to promote Eevee a whole lot. And it makes a lot of sense now that we know that there's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, two versions. Obviously Eevee's the better Pokemon, but
You sound so bitter.
Pikachu's cool, but I don't know. I just prefer Eevee. And recently, actually, was it recently or was it just pinned? It's pinned. Anyways, that was posted on April 30th. This was a new calendar for the month of May. And the 21st has an Eevee tail on it. Very, very intriguing. if I do say so myself. Though, I can't quite find any of the other calendars, but apparently people are saying that there are other calendar pages in existence, and all of them seem to have the 21st marked with an Eevee tail. So it could be nothing, or we could be getting an announcement for the game on the 21st. Who knows?
Eevee knows.
Yeah, I'm sure Eevee would know. But I don't think he's going to be saying anything. No.
Unfortunately.
Very sad. So yeah, before we wrap this up finally, I think that's pretty much everything, unless you have some other things you would like to add.
I'm not good at this video stuff.
Well, get good, scrub.
Get good, scrub! I just want it to come out.
Basically.
So I can play it.
Yeah, pretty much. I just want more Pokemon in my life. And, oh, we completely forgot. We skipped over one thing. Pokemon Following You has returned.
Yes.
Yes, if this is true, I'm going to be incredibly happy. Though, the one thing I'm slightly concerned about is Yellow version remakes. And in Yellow version, the only Pokemon that followed you was Pikachu. So,
I don't think they're gonna do that, though.
Yeah, because they have walking and running animations for every single Pokemon model in the game. Those are all in the game files. And I want my Naruto running Ampharos running behind me. There are actually videos of all of the animations, and Ampharos runs like Naruto. It's amazing.
Golisopod. You could have a Golisopod
Heck yeah.
following you around.
Hell yeah. Now, one thing I did notice is that some of the Pokemon are really slow, so I don't think they're going to have the Pokemon, like, moving at your exact running speed. So if you had a slow Pokemon like Shuckle, for example, following you, I highly doubt Shuckle is going to be moving at the exact same speed that you are. It really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So my best guess is that if you have a slow Pokemon like that, it's just gonna try its best to keep up with you, and if it gets to a certain range, then your trainer would automatically, like, turn around and sort of beam it back in to the Pokeball, that kind of thing. Which...
Turn around and the Shuckle's like, heartbroken.
Heartbroken. Like, I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah, I can see them doing that. The only thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole, like, beaming Pokemon back into the Pokeball, that's an anime-only thing. I've never seen that happen in the games, but... Good sound effect. But yeah,
That was supposed to be the Pokeball sound.
Okay.
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 Wow.
Wow.
No,
Top.
wow.
Oh, okay.
That's the sound.
Yes, it sure is, baby.
Shut up. Let's finish this.
Finish this.
Let's go, boyo! Let's go, Eevee.
Pokemon Let's Go Boyo Edition. Confirmed.
Confirmed. 100% of.
Yeah. Alright, well, hopefully you've been somewhat entertained by this video. Is there anything you would like to touch on when it comes to Pokemon following you? I know you want to get your Gardevoir to follow you.
Yes.
Yes.
She looks so elegant.
Yeah.
She's not that fast either, though, is she?
I mean, her running animation is her just sort of floating, so that could be pretty quick. I think Gardevoir has a decent speed stat.
Maybe I could use her as my ride Pokemon if she floats.
Oh my god.
I like jump on her back. Let's go!
Oh god. That's another interesting thing, though. We keep finding more things to talk about, I guess. For ride Pokemon, will you be able to ride on any Pokemon? Because, you know, in the main games, you know, before Sun and Moon, you could fly on any Pokemon that could fly. Obviously, you couldn't see it, but now you are only flying on Charizard's back. So could you perhaps fly? Well, never mind. Because Pidgey can learn fly, and you're not gonna, like, hold out your finger and, like, Pidgey's gonna, like, carry you off. Yeah, so it's probably just gonna be Charizard. It's flying you around.
It would be cool if they integrated the thing that they had in Pokemon Insurgents.
The taxi?
No. How, like, you could use other Pokemon, like, if they had certain moves.
Oh!
That thing.
That could be cool. I mean, that's only there as a replacement for certain HMs, but that could be kind of interesting if they do go with the route of allowing you to use any Pokemon as a ride Pokemon. They could do that. Yeah, thumbs up. fist bump. We like to have fun here on the channel. Hopefully you're having fun too. Anyways, are we going to actually wrap this up, or are we going to find out something new? Let's find out.
What? Oh my god.
Do you have something?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So on that note, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. It's gone on for long enough. It's like a pseudo discussion video slash
Train wreck.
podcast slash train wreck. Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. Okay.
Anyways, it's fun. It's lighthearted. You get to hang out with Soul and I. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do more combo videos on the channel. I do have something being cooked up. I'm actually commissioning some art from someone. I don't know.
You don't know.
Maybe I've said too much. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap the video up. I, of course, have been the Awesome Soul, joined by...
The Lovely Heart.
And we will see you next time.
Take care.